everybody. It's Thursday. Let me check something because if I did things right, if I did things correctly, I we are streaming on Instagram as well. Uh, Let me check. I cannot check from here. Let me check from here. Okay. Um, I'm new in these things here, so I need to check. Well, I don't know. Looks like I did something wrong because not streaming. Let's see what we can get. But anyway, let's keep moving here. And let's try to concentrate to focus here on our message today. Okay, let's do initial prayer. So I would like to invite everyone to raise up your thoughts, make connection with superior spirits, with our mentors of the show. Ask them to enlighten ourselves, to giving us wisdom, knowledge, patience, resignation, resilience to keep moving forward. So be it. Amen. Okie dokie. Well, today's message, I changed the book, and today's book is Our Daily Bread. And the message is number 138. The title of the message is Let Us Heed This. Let's start with knowing what's the word heed. Heed is a word of attention. It's a word of be careful, take it easy, slow down. So that's the meaning of the word heed. Heed. So let's heed this. So let's go with cautious here. Let's watch here. When we think about this message, let's heed this. We start to think, okay, we need to slow down. We need to be careful, like when you are driving a car and you see the sign stop or the sign a sharp turn ahead. What you're gonna do is you slow down, you pay attention. You sometimes, if you have the sign stop, you need to stop. But this is the way we needed to understand how we needed to be careful within ourselves, within uh, uh, things happening to us. So when we say heed means cautious, and how this applies in our life. Well, this apply in many different ways, such as we needed to we need to pay attention in what we're gonna say at work, at home, among friends, especially in those tough situations in which we need to be very careful. Something we're gonna say may hurt someone, may make things a little bit fragile, and this is it. This is how we need to be um, cautious when we think about our life. This is what come up to our mind. We need to be very careful with everything. Sometimes we say things we didn't want to say. People misunderstanding what we just said. So this is valid as well. People sometimes they don't understand our viewpoint. And sometimes we don't understand the other people's viewpoint as well. But let's see what Kardec, no, what Emmanuel is saying to us today. This is from Paul, letter to Corinthians 1:17. For Christ sent me not baptize, but to preach the gospel, not in the wisdom of words, lest the cross of Christ have been in vain. Then starts Emmanuel. Generally speaking, while we are incarnate, we feel a vain pleasure in attracting as many people as possible to our way of thinking. Easily. You know, this is part of our life. If someone, if I have one, let's say, let's put it this way: if we think in one way, all those people who think the same way as we thinking, they are my, they have a better chance to become my friend because we have the same symphony. And then invariably, we are good preachers and are eminently deft at coming up with reasoning that overwhelms the points of view of those who cannot understand us in the current circumstances of the struggle. So the point here is we are very good in say things. We are very good in resolving the other problems. But when it comes to our problem, no, 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 no. Wait, here is a little bit difficult. You don't understand my problem. It is tougher than you think. Blah 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 blah. But we are expert in resolving other people problem. We are expert in figure out how to do things for others. But when we think, when we talk about us, wait a minute. Here is more difficult. Here is not easy as you think. Am I right? At our first small triumph, we get busy consulting the Holy Book, not to acquire more enlightenment, but with the objective of investigating the human letters of the divine scriptures, seeking to point out the weak arguments of our opponents. if we are Roman Catholics, we insist on our friends going to mass and receiving the physical sacraments. If we are adherents of the Reformed Church, we expect them to participate in the worship service. And if we are Spiritists, we seek to increase their number of sessions of communication with the invisible plane. So, it doesn't matter where you are, we have some, or let's say, obligations. We have some ways we can do thing. We can do things. We have all this, and we need to understand in which way we can evaluate. So this is something like they said here. If you're Catholic, you're expecting going to the masses, you're expecting to be baptized, you're expecting, if you're a Protestant, you expect having a kind of behavior. If you're Spiritist, another one. So we kind of label those people in a certain way. We are right. No, because we cannot label. We cannot dictate what the others need to do. Not at all. But we do it. We judge them. We pay the bills with their money. Oh, they earn these $1,000 per week. How he cannot pay it? How he cannot pay this bill? It's easy from us, from outside. And sometimes it is easy just because we are inside the problem, we don't see a way out. We don't see how to resolve that problem. And we don't seek help. We don't seek um yeah, help. Yeah. Yeah, it's not streaming in Instagram. I need to see what is wrong here. So let's go. Such efforts may be praised praiseworthy in some aspects. However, it is imperative to remember that students of the gospel who sincerely try to understand the Christ feel highly renewed regarding their inner conduct. When Jesus enters people's hearts, he changes them into living witnesses of the good, and he instructs them to preach the gospel to their brothers and sisters with the example of their own lives. Once they comprehend Jesus, they do not stop purely and simply with impressive words. They live in accordance with the Master, exemplifying the work and the love that illumine life, so that the glory of the cross will not have been in vain. So when we start to understand something. Like, I don't know, when we are learning how to read, it is tough at the beginning. First of all, we learn the sounds of the letters. Then we start to put the letters together. Then we have the first words. But when we start to read, oh, this is easy. Come on, no problem. This fine. And we forget. It's not because it's easy for me, maybe easy for the others. We need to understand other people's difficulties. Same thing happens when we are Catholic, Roman Catholic, Protestant, Buddhist, Spiritist, doesn't matter. When we are there, we need to live as per Jesus or orientation. People need to see, people expect to see in our behavior characteristics of Jesus in terms of charity, in terms of benevolence, in terms of tolerance, in terms of faith. But are we doing this? Except, I would say, from the Buddhists. They live in the temple, they follow some procedures there. Like, it is difficult. Mainly a Catholic person, it is Catholic when they go to the Mass. A Spiritist, when they go to the Spirit Center, have a healing. Oh, I need a healing today. Wow. So, what's the point? We need to be very careful with the words we're going to say, how we're going to live. I'm not saying, oh, you need to be poor. No, 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 we are not. This is a conversation for other day. But we are saying here, we need to put a God, to put a Jesus in front of us, in our attitudes, in our actions. We need to rely ourselves on the good they are doing. Hi, Anika. Good to have you here, my friend. A virtual hug for you too. Thank you very much for your message. But this is what we need to do. There is no right, there is no wrong. That is only your actions reflecting what you're doing. If you are a spiritist, if you are even atheist, if you are Catholic, if you're Protestant, if you're Buddhist, doesn't matter. But live what you believe. Live what you have your creed, your faith. Otherwise, it's in vain. You need to be spiritist inside and outside the spirit center. You need to be Catholic inside and outside the church. You need to be Buddhist inside and outside the temple. And not condemning the others. Not because you like the yellow, everybody must like the yellow. No, they like the blue, like the green, the red, the black, the white, all colorful, and you need to respect it. You need to respect other people's boundaries. You need to respect other people's will. You need to respect other people's point of view. Are you doing this? We need to try. We need to try. Every single day, it is a new opportunity for ourselves to try. Every single day, it is an opportunity for ourselves to do differently. If it didn't work yesterday, change your way today. If it didn't work, try another way. But we never ever have to give up. Again, there is no right, there is no wrong. The only have here is the respect. We need to respect each other. We need to have tolerance. We need to have belief in us and the others. That's why the message title today is Let Us Heed This. So be cautious here. Okay? So this is the message today. I hope you like it. I just changed the book because just to change the style of the message, but the meaning is the same. I want to thank you everybody for joining us today. Unfortunately, I did something wrong and we are not streaming on Instagram. I will check what is the problem here, and I try to fix this for next time. Okay, so thank you very much. Let's do our final prayer. Almost forgot. So I would like to say thank you everyone for your patience, for your time. Thank you for being here with me, sharing this moment. May this prayer reach out you, your family, all those brothers and sisters who are on the streets, on the shelters, without shelters, and orphanages, resting places, those who are passing by struggle problems, anxiety, depression, thinking about suicide. So be it. Amen. Thank you, my friends. I wish you a wonderful rest of Thursday for you, a good weekend because the weekend is upon us. This Sunday, 11:15, we will have our presidential meeting service in Dublin. So if you are in Dublin, please join us 11:15 in Ringsend. Okay. Thank you very much. See you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye bye.